Okay, so guys, let me quickly check if I'm recording. Just want to see if I'm recording. So let's analyze the gold market. I really don't know where to start, but I know where to start. So I don't want to complicate things. I just want to keep it simple. As we all know that gold was bullish the whole time. It was rallying to the upside the whole time. So as we can see, we were creating higher high, higher low, 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 and then we had a push to the upside, creating an all-time high, which was at 4,400. Sorry, 4,080, 4,380. So as we can see, we're creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and higher lows. So before I go into detail, so I want you guys to comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about gold. Is it time for gold to start selling, or is it just a retracement for a bigger move to the upside? So you guys can let me know in the comment, and then I'm gonna reply in the comments and everyone's comments. So personally, for me, I still think there's more potential for gold to go to the upside. That's my opinion. So let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame, and then we can see much clearly. So we had this big drop on gold yesterday, or let me say today, because currently the market is closed. And I read about some stories that they said investors took, it was profit taking, and it also was about Trump, the US China trade deals that was also easing, and then the US dollar also gained a 0.4% today. So this drop for me was just a retracement for a bigger move. Now, as we can see, the last line of defense for me for gold to see when I can change my bias is at 4,000, the 4,000 level. That's the last line of defense, because as we can see, this red candle, this is our daily order block. This is our daily order block right there. And we also, because we created this higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then we get this clean break of structure to the upside, and then we had the retracement near this order block. So I'm going back to the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, and as we can see that gold created this double top right here, and this double top is liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity resting above this double top, this equalizer double top, what you guys are calling it. So I'm gonna label it, annotate it also. We have this equalize right there. We have that equalize right there on the 4-hour chart, and we also have this liquidity right here that was swept just before our order block, our daily order block. So because we had this break of structure right here. We had that break of structure right there. Does this mean that this is a choke for gold to go down, or is it a liquidity grab for price to retrace and then tap into our order block and move to the upside? So you guys can also just let me know in the comment. As you can see, we had this liquidity grab right here just before our order block, our daily order block. So most traders thought that this was their trade to enter, like this is their order block, and then they would have placed their trade right there and stop loss just below this. As you can see, they were tapped out, they were stopped out, because price will probably still go lower to our daily order block, and then we can see a clear pattern for price to move to the upside. So what can we expect on gold tomorrow or the coming week? This coming week, we had this liquidity. As you can see, this order block was never medicated, which is also a tick for us. It was never medicated. We had this liquidity that was resting just before our order block, our daily order block. That is also a tick. And then we also have this equalize right here up top. That is also a tick for us. So as I said, my last line of defense is the 4,000 level before I can clearly change my bias that gold is going to sell long term until 3,700 or the 3,500 level. So let's just refine this. As we all know that gold like to test, I'm gonna refine this order block, this daily order block for our order block. So what can we expect this coming week? We can expect, let me also just quickly insert some zones. Now these zones is just, for me, is just rejecting zones. How can I say, it's just where price might reject a little bit and then take it out. So I'm gonna mark them all. I'm gonna mark this one right here. This is also a clear zone. I'm gonna just refine it on the wicks and at the body of the candles. And we also have this. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame to see it more clearly. And I'm gonna use a red color just to make it just to let it stand out a little bit. So we also have this one right here. So I don't want to complicate things. These zones is just reaction zones where price might tap and then reject, and then later tap into that other one, reject a little bit, and then take it out. So some will say support and resistance. Yes, that's also true. So as you can see, we had this zone where price also rejected today, but it swept it and then it rejected, as we can see right there. So my take on gold this coming week, we can still see more selling. We can see still selling opportunities, because after a huge drop like this, a huge impulse move like this, we can expect gold price to move a little bit up and then drop a little bit further, and then hopefully tapped into our order block, and then giving us a confirmation that gold will gain strength in the coming week. So but for this coming week we can still expect sales after this huge drop. We can still look for selling opportunities, but for me it's not long-term sales and until we have a clear break of of this 4,000 level, then I'm gonna shift my bias to sell. But for now I'm still firmly bullish on gold. Still firmly bullish on gold. So what else? I also want to do what else? What else? What else? So yeah, as we all know, I don't know if you guys have watched my other live videos on gold, but gold likes to do the three-phase move, which is simple. The three-phase move is just one push to the upside, a retracement, another push to the upside, another retracement, and then another push to the upside, another retracement, and then another push, and then we can see a reversal to the downside or to the upside. So this is gonna be your phase one. Phase two, or some of you can just say it likes to create three break of structures before we can see price reverse. So gold like to give us these three phase move or three break of structures, and then we can see a reversal to the upside or to the downside. So what do I mean when it comes to this chart on gold? As we can see, we have this first one, which is our phase one, which is our phase one. So we can expect gold price to move up, giving us phase two, and then move up again, giving us phase three, and then we can see a reversal to the upside. This is gonna be phase two, this is gonna be phase two, and then the last one gonna be phase three into our into our order block, and then if gold give us a clear indication that it wants to push higher, then we can look into our order block for confirmation to check and take a trade to buy gold. So there's not much, that's not much, so but still look for selling opportunities until this order block, our daily order block. So yeah, yes guys, that's it. I hope it's clear, I hope it's simple, I hope it's simple. So just let me know in the comments if you find this video valuable, and please like and subscribe to the channel. And yes, I promised that I will do a, a backtest video where I trade NZD interest rate news, because that news is the most simple but effective, and it also gives a lot of pips when trading that news. So yeah, I'm gonna release that video hopefully next week. So yeah, stay tuned, and also tap the notification whenever I release a video, you will get notified. So yeah guys, that's my take. God bless.